Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Eye Opener Society. My name is Gary Dean, and this is another episode. I just want to quickly give a shout out to our friends Carly and Carla from Appalachian Rootworks, AppalachianRootworks.com. Check them out. They are a full service metaphysical shop. And guess what? Come June, I'm going to be down there and I'm going to be giving one of my first meditation classes. And this is going to be much different. I can't wait to get all this stuff together. I'm just waiting for them to put the whole thing together for me, and I'm going to get that out to everybody just as soon as it's in place. I'm looking forward to my trip down there, and I'm looking forward to meeting you if you are in Cynthiana, Kentucky. And I'm also probably going to record it too, so for those of you who do not get to be there live, you will still see it on a recording. Now, we have a good episode today with Lizzie, and we're also bringing back our dear friend Brittany, who's going to be interviewing us. And so Lizzie and I get to sit back and answer questions. It's always the fun thing. That's why I bring Brittany on because she's great with interviews. But since we did form the church and the church is now officially established, I'm sure there's hundreds of questions. And so that's going to be Brittany's job to ask those hundreds of questions. Brittany, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine, thanks. So Lizzie and I are going to sit back and we're going to answer some questions from you.
Okay. Well, I figured we'd start at least with the basics. Who, what, when, how, just the information that everybody kind of asks in the beginning when you're starting something up. So we know it's Eye Opener Society Church, but who are the faces of Eye Opener Society Church?
Well, there's going to be Lizzie's face. There's going to be my face. We also have Elaine Arcana, who does our Arcane Oracle podcast. I just ordained her recently as a minister. She's going to be joining us for a lot of stuff too. And then Lizzie, we got for the future, we're going to have a whole bunch of people coming on board, are we not?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I have several people that I'm just waiting to reach out for, just pulling myself together first. But I hope to have a lot of different faces for in front of the church because that's kind of the point that we're going with is that we're not trying to like tell the truth. We're not trying to put a face. We're trying to just like give people a space to be their own face, you know?
Well, I know I'm excited. And then I know that you guys have explained that it's going to be more of a spiritual healing, but what more can you tell me about the church? What makes this stand out different from the one that's right down the road or the one I can join online from the comfort of my living room? What makes this different?
Well, go ahead, Lizzie. I know you want to take this one.
I was gonna say what makes it different, kind of to go back to the ending of my last answer, is that most churches are declaring a truth, and if you like my truth, come join my church. But something that we're trying to do is allow everybody a space to kind of blend and learn from each other. So instead, like our sermons, when we're going to do them, we're not going to be like, and this is the best way to alchemize emotions. We're going to be like, and these are the things that we've learned about alchemizing emotions, because I think that it's important that everybody can kind of explore and versus trying to learn a specific structure, they get to kind of pick and choose and play with it.
And I'm going to add to that too. Uh, it's not a structured religion. We're non-denominational. I don't care what religion you are. You could join the church. We're looking at the spiritual side, the metaphysical side of everything. Everything from meditation to self-help to self-improvement, higher perspectives, and whatever Lizzie has, whatever I have, we all have our own modalities. But this is going to be one big society where everybody has something to bring to the table. It's not going to be your everyday structured religion. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be different from all churches because we're going to have a worldwide reach. You're going to, once we decide what platform we're going to be on and start doing these sermons, we are talking about everything and anything. And we're especially going to be talking about things that regular churches usually shy away from. Lizzie and I are very big on this. We're huge supporters of being yourself, and that's the main goal of this church. Everyone could be themselves while they're attending this church. absolutely comfortable in your own skin, we're here for you.
I have to add on because your answer was just so good. That's the other thing is that a lot of churches, communities who are all exploring these things together, they all have this end goal of salvation, redemption, raising your frequency, whatever it is. And something that we're trying to pull together is that whatever outcome you think is happening, like go for it. Like you're good right now. Like we're not trying to like photocopy everybody. You know what I mean? So we all have the same morals. If you're just you, you're going to bring the most beautiful things to the table. And that's something I don't think people have any space for at the moment.
I can agree with that. I think we all try to, fit. I know myself, just fit into this little box. And the more I try to squeeze into it, it's almost like the more resistant I get, the more I push back. Like it almost makes me feel crazy some days. I'm like, I can't be what you want me to be. So I think that will be great for the people who are finding themselves in that part of their life. Um, because we all get there at some point. It's just if you get there at an early age, middle age, a late age, wherever. So when I know you typically used to release them on Mondays, but when do you anticipate um, having like group meetings, sessions? Is there a plan for that? How do you plan to at least just start to get your message out with the both of you?
I think we're gonna start with doing Thursdays. That's what Gary and I were talking about because I know that if people are part of another religion, they're gonna be more hesitant on joining our community. But if they wanted to, I wanted to put us in a spot to where they could do both if they so choose to. And most people, to my knowledge, don't usually have a whole lot going on Thursday evenings. And so that kind of seemed like, you're so excited for Fridays, the week's almost over. But if it was on Friday, we'd all be too busy having fun. So,
Well, when you join our church, you're going to have fun
a
regardless.
good point.
But yeah, Thursdays, and there's always going to probably be other pop-up things too as well. Because, Lizzie may get that wild, bug up her ass, and she's going to actually do her own show one of these days. And we could put that up. I could do my solo stuff. And Elaine might start bringing some stuff too. I know she said she's going to work on some recordings as well. So we may spread out a bunch of things, but our actual core sermons, we're going to hold those on Thursdays.
And where do you see this going? I know it's in the very early stages. You want to have the people join. You want to give a safe space for individuals to be themselves, to grow, to heal. But where do you see this going? Are these going to be Zoom meetings to start off with? Are they going to be YouTube, Facebook? What platform do you anticipate using? I know you said you weren't sure, but which one are you leaning towards maybe? And then do you have the goal of opening a physical location one day?
Yeah, this is exactly the phase we're in now, is trying to decide. I'm doing some research. I would love it to be on YouTube. Supposedly YouTube is more church friendly for these online churches. Uh, However, for us to do it, since Lizzie's way on the other side of, the west end of the country, and I'm over here, I actually have to set up three different programs. I got to have Zoom up, I got to have OBS up, I got to have YouTube up. So it's difficult. It's not impossible, but it's one thing I've been looking at. I started looking at Facebook just now before we got on the air, and I see some extreme possibilities with that. But Zoom is also available. So right now, yeah, this is our growing phase, and this is what Lizzie and I have been talking about. If you're joining us now, you're on the ground floor. You're going to watch us grow. And once we figure out all those things, we'll know exactly where to send people. And as far as a physical location, wow, I always wanted to have a physical location, but again, with everybody spread out, I've been dying to go out to Utah and move in with Lizzie. That's all. Make everything so much easier. But yeah, to have a physical location would be fantastic if everybody was all in the same. But listen, I never thought I was going to start the church. And we did that. And here we are. So chances of a physical location, it's not impossible.
Yeah,
Okay.
and to answer your question about where we think that we're going, we have a lot of good ideas. You know, of course, everybody who starts a project feels like they're gonna hopefully change the world, but we're trying really hard to let everything develop however it wants to, because if we start focusing on getting that physical location, maybe that'll mess some different things up. We're just kind of letting it all unfold as it wants to and see where we can take it.
So you're taking more of like a, I would say like a liquid approach. You
Yes.
are kind of just going with that flow to see what works best for you guys. So I think that's a great idea because a lot of people, Lizzie, you brought up a great point. They are so focused on one end goal that they miss those small little goals or opportunities in the beginning that could have grown them into something greater. And so I think that's awesome. And then how? How do we join? Like, I know I've seen your Facebook post, but how do we join? How can we help? Um, and I know there are volunteer opportunities. What are you looking for volunteer wise?
Well,
Well,
we need an accountant. Just kidding.
we do. Honestly, we need an accountant. That would be great. Uh, to start, we started the church website, which we're going to put down the synopsis. This is a little difficult for me to always remember, but churchofeos.wixsite.com. EOS Church or something like that, but it'll be it'll be down in the synopsis. If you go to that webpage, we have a page on there. If you want to sign up, just to say you're with the church, you could do that. But if you do have any types of skills that you feel will be useful, like legal, attorneys, social media, stuff like that, anything that's going to help us grow. At the present moment, we are an LLC. So you can make contributions to us to help us, or you could help us just by volunteering your services. And then down the line, the next step we want to do is turn this into a 501c. This way, donations could be tax deductible. And I know everybody wants that because nobody wants to give the government money, neither do we. So that's what we're trying to strive for. We're that kind of church.
It. I think um, I think it's important to also just state stepping out of an interviewer status into just a potential member. Maybe if you're watching this and you don't think it's for you, share. Sharing maybe somebody else on your feed or somebody else in your life may benefit from this. I think one of the underused tools as well is word of mouth. Word of mouth can get things spread faster. Gary, that's how I met you. It wasn't through social media. I know, we had met in a different location, but word of mouth to get this podcast started. And that's how we grew into this bond friendship with podcasting. So sorry, had to step out. I thought that was a point, an important point. Maybe you're not legal or an accountant, but you're on the fence about joining, share with your friends and family as well. So, and then I'll kind of leave this open. Is there anything that I maybe haven't touched on that you definitely want to bring to the table just to let everybody know?
I would like to point out that you don't have to join. Like if you're on the fence of it and you're not sure if you want to like quote be a part of the community, you can just keep watching our podcast. You could check into the sermons. We're gonna have lots of classes and information on the website. People are welcome to just explore what we have to say without like joining us on the journey if they're just not into it or not ready for it.
Yeah, I definitely like to add to say it, just basically repeating what Lizzie just said. Just watch us, and it's no different than our show that we do. You know, people probably tune in. This is not for me. Tune out, and some people are like, this is the best thing I ever heard, and that's basically how our sermons are going to go. And that's how the church is going to go. Outside of that. I'm gonna once again kiss Lizzie's ass again because she sent a whole bunch of writings and it's in our teachings page on our website. And I've always, every time I read Lizzie's stuff, it's amazing. And I always say she should be charging for that instead of giving it away for free and putting it up on for free on our website. But I think it's a great move. It's very, very self-explanatory that she wrote out. It's things people can follow very easily. Lizzie has a whole way of doing things the way she does. It's the cosmic fairy princess way. It may be more complex than most, but it works. That's her modality. Me, I'm on the very simplistic side. Meditation, nature, outdoor, the motivation. That's my side. Elaine's going to bring something else. She's going to bring the whole cosmic tarot readings, that she has. Whoever else joins the church are going to have their ways. And Lizzie and I, we go day by day. Every day it's something new. Oh, let's try this. Let's do this. I don't want that structure. I want us to be the way we are. Free thinking, open to anything. Whatever happens, that's the direction we're going to go. If it fails, no big deal. We'll just erase it and we'll try something new. That's how Eye Opener Society is going to function as a church, and that's how everybody's going to come to us. Bring your flaws, bring your disasters, or just bring your complete whole self. Whatever works for you, we'll be there for you.
Yeah,
No, I think
exactly.
you're,
That's
go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry. No, go for it.
I lost what I was going to say anyways because I'm easily distracted. So you go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just
No,
wanted to
it's okay.
say that I think that was a great point that you brought up, Lizzie, that there's not that pressure essentially to join. Like just watch, support. Maybe one serum is serum is good for you and the other one isn't. So maybe it's one week you decide not to participate. But I think with churches, there's this whole pressure. You have to come Sundays, you have to be there Mondays, you have to be there for Christmas Eve, for Good Friday, for Easter Sunday. Like there's so much pressure. And to try to squeeze that into your daily life when you're already working, or maybe you're, a full time parent, or whatever the case may be, this allows some more flexibility and takes away that pressure. So that freedom is important. So I love the idea. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, me too. And we won't be like baptizing people. You can come and go as you please.
Right. No baptisms, but if you want to get married, we're ordained. We could do
Oh,
marriages if you
oh
like.
yeah.
There you go. Well, I this gave me I had just coming into this the basic knowledge. Gary, I know you posted a little bit on this, and Lizzie, you may have been in that too. Sorry. I just see it from the Eye Opener Society, page, but it gave me the basics, and then this expands upon it. So it gives it more of the meat and potatoes, not just the the simplicity stuff. So I truly appreciate you guys taking the time so you could walk us through like what we can expect to see happen in the next upcoming months. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm also excited to be like a found part of that foundation for you guys building this.
Well, I certainly appreciate you. You know that, Brittany. I love you. I, you know, you have been in the ground floor of, this with the Eye Opener Society. And heck, if you ever want to be ordained, I can ordain you. It's easy. But if you wanted to, we could do it for you.
Maybe one day something more to add to the crazy life that I've been blessed and given to have. But uh, maybe I can marry a friend or two down the road. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
maybe, yeah, maybe I'll be a face. We don't know. So
exactly. Hey, listen, this is the beauty of the church. It's like I say, it's erasing the dogmas, it's erasing all that structure. It's erasing all those, hey, show up this day, show up that day. Most of our sermons are all going to be recorded anyway. So if you miss it on a Thursday, tune in whenever you can. That's going to be the great part of it. But yes, Brittany, you have been there. And we appreciate it so much. We appreciate you, taking the time out of your busy life, to help us with this. And Remember, we're also here for you as well. Anything you ever need, you got it.
I appreciate it. So it's been a blast as always.
Thanks so much. I'll end it with this. For everybody out there listening, all right, we do have so much excitement about this. I keep coming up with new ideas. I know Lizzie keeps coming up with new ideas. We keep taking breaks so that we don't overwhelm ourselves with it. But we're going to show up for this, and it is going to be exciting to watch and build. Do you have anything else to add there, my buddy Lizzie?
No, I think what you said was beautiful.
Awesome. Well, I thank everyone for tuning in, and I thank Brittany so very much for doing this little interview with us. And it's again, this is the exciting part. Everybody's gonna start joining us on that ground floor, and we appreciate everybody's help. We appreciate everybody showing up. We appreciate all listens, downloads, whatever it is. And again, if you want to volunteer, go down to our little synopsis. We'll have a link to our website. Check it out. Don't forget to check out our teachings page. Lizzie put a lot of work. Lizzie, how many years did that take you to write?
Actually, it only took me 30 days to write it. It was the sum of everything I'd been doing previous to it, and I actually hate it secretly, but don't tell our listeners. And I did originally charge for it. It was 400 for those 5 documents, but ultimately, I think probably because my life was leading me here to this church, I just got this overwhelming urge to just like put it out there. So I did.
Well, Lizzie, it's worth more than $400. And I could have sworn it took at least, 30 years to write because it's really
It
good.
did in my head. You know how I'm always writing it in my head first?
That's true. So it's there for free right now on our website. So take advantage, read into it, and we'll offer so much more. And again, I want to thank you all for listening. And again, don't forget AppalachianRootworks.com, our good friends Carly and Carla. Look out for further announcements for the exact date and all the details for my very first meditation classes that I'll be doing in Cynthiana, Kentucky. I'll see everybody really soon. Thank you again for joining us.